Hello everyone, I'm Kallol Dahal, and in today's class we are going to learn about charts and a poem from Grade 7 English. So let's begin. Unit 9, Reading 1. The first chart illustrates the percentage of the population who owned a smartphone from Unit 9, Reading 1. The first chart illustrates the percentage of the population who owned a smartphone from 2011 to 2016. The second breaks the percentages down by age for 2011 and 2016. Overall, smartphone ownership increased during the 6-year period. In general, the younger people were, the more likely they were to own a smartphone. However, the most significant increases in smartphone ownership between 2011 and 2016 came from people aged 45 to 54, from 46% to 84%. The percentage of people who owned a smartphone rose steadily, starting at around 35% in 2011 and reaching about 77% by 2016. People aged 16 to 24 represented the greatest percentage of smartphone ownership in both 2011 and 2016. Although almost nobody in the 75 plus age category owned a smartphone in 2011, 15% of this group owned smartphones in 2016. It seems they have developed more interest in modern technology. So this text talked about two charts comparing the use of smartphone in 2011 and 2016. I hope you have understood everything given in the text. Now let's go to the exercises. Match the words with their meanings. Illustrates, shows, ownership, the fact of owning something, significant, important, steadily, gradually, and in an even and regular way. Represent, be a symbol of something. Now, I hope you'll be able to do this. Answer the following questions. The answers have been given in the text. Now let's go to grammar 1. Study the following sentences. My sister thinks she is more intelligent than me, but I don't agree. Avatar is probably the worst film I've ever seen. What is the wettest month of the year in Nepal? So in these 3 sentences that we have read just now, we can see that there's a comparison made between or among things. Let's go to the exercise then. Fill in the missing forms of the given adjectives. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. Worst, bad, worse, worst. Wettest, wet, wetter, wettest. Better, good, better, the best. Most powerful, powerful, more powerful, most powerful. Now, I leave these 3 for your reference. Do it as your homework. Complete the following sentences to make comparison with correct forms of the adjectives from the brackets. The clothes here are dash than the ones in my town. So, when we are comparing 2 things, we have to use the comparative form. But when we are comparing more than 2 things, then it should always be the superlative form of the adjectives. Let's see in the exercises. It's dash than I thought. I think we're lost. It's farther than I thought. That's the dash meal I've ever had. That's the most disgusting meal I've ever had. So this way you'll have to do the remaining of the exercises. Now, reading 2. A bird came down the walk. A bird came down the walk. He did not know I saw. He bit an angleworm in halves and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grass and then hopped sideways to the wall to let a beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened beats. I thought he stirred his velvet head. Emily Dickinson. So this was a poem about a crow written by Emily Dickinson. Now let's go to the exercises. Write the words that rhyme with these words. Saw, raw, grass, pass, abroad, thought. Now do the remaining exercise as your homework. Now let's go to grammar 2. Complete the following sentences with the correct superlative forms of the adjectives below. Please read carefully before answering. Example, he bought the most valuable jewelry for his mother. Yesterday was the dash day of the year. I almost froze to death walking home from school. Yesterday was the coldest day of the year. So you have to choose a word from here and then use the best form of these adjectives in the blanks given to us. Please give me a recipe. That is the dash cake I've ever eaten. That is the most delicious cake I've ever eaten. So this way, I hope you'll be able to do the remaining of these exercises as well. Now let's go to B. Complete the following sentences with the correct form of the adverb provided. I drive more carefully than my husband. Anu works harder than I do, but our secretary works the hardest of us all. So in the same fashion, I hope you'd be able to do the remaining exercises as well. Now, writing 2. Write your answers to the questions below. Ask one of your friends the same questions and make notes. Then, write a paragraph about the similarities and differences that you and your friend have. So, you need to fill up this list first of all. How old are you? Write down your age here. Ask your friend and write down their age here. Are you shy? If yes, write yes. If no, write no. Similarly, do it with your friend. So in the same fashion, fill up this table and then using the information gathered in this table, write a paragraph about the similarities or the dissimilarities between you and your friend about all of these things. I hope you'd be able to do that as well. So that brings us to the end of today's class. How did you find it? If there are any suggestions or advices, please get back to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. We'll be back with another unit in another class. Till then, goodbye and have fun.